welcome to the meeting number 397. If you are the person who is looking for a supportive and positive environment where you can enhance your skills, broaden up your thinking, learning, and speaking ability, then, my dear friends, Toastmaster place you should look for. The club has already served and is serving a large number of people to achieve their personal goals and boost up their confidence level. Now, I would like to share the mission of our club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self confidence and personal growth. Going on to the trips with your close friends is a thriller in its own, but these trips only get successful when you are lucky enough. In my case, I'm not the lucky one. For that, I wish my travel therapy be included in my health insurance. Now, I would like to introduce you all to the president of our club. He's a person who influences all the club members through his own example. He's always ready to help and believes that volunteering to give time and energy to others' growth leads to better personal growth. Please help me welcome the president of our club, Toastmaster Karthik Thatia.
Thank you, Kashish, for that great introduction. And before we move forward, I would request everyone to close your eyes and pray for 30 seconds for world peace, and also hold in your prayers the martyrs of Pulwama who passed away 2 years back. Thank you, everyone. There was once a flock of doves flying around searching for food. They spotted some rice grains under a tree. While they were eating those rice grains, suddenly a net fell over them and all of them were trapped. They saw the hunter coming towards them. They struggled to break free but couldn't. Then the dove king of the flock commanded them to hold the net and to fly away with the net. To hunter's surprise, the birds managed to run away with the net, where they landed on a hill where a mouse happily tore the net away and set the doves free. What does this tell us? That there is strength in unity. Only because birds were together were they able to get free. Similarly, it is important for the family of this club to stay together with each other in these uncertain times. Only then will we be able to help each other out. If we stick together enough, new doors of opportunities will open for us, just like the mouse coming forward to help the doves. So, as members of Central Delhi Toastmasters, stay together and grow together. Today, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our immediate past international president, Toastmaster Deepak Menon, who is also the member of our club. And we do have Toastmaster Aditya Gupta, who is the finalist at the district level of international speech contest, joining us today. He'll be delivering a great session today on table topics and international speech contest. Request everyone to listen carefully and learn the tricks of how to win those contests. We do have guest Abhishek joining us today. Guest Abhishek, kindly introduce yourself and let us know how did you get to know about our club and the Toastmasters. Guest Abhishek.
Okay, sir. Sir, are you hear me?
Yes, Abhishek, we can hear you.
Okay, sir. Sir, my name is Abhishek. I am from Bulandshahr, Uttar Pradesh. Currently live in Delhi, and I'm graduating in BTech Information Technology, and currently working as a SAP BPC consultant in Sumatra IT Consulting.
Yes, thank you, Abhishek. Let us know, how did you get to know about our club?
सर मेरे फ्रेंड से मेरे को पता चला था.
Well, you have great friends. Keep them for life. Thank you so much for introducing you to a great community like Toastmasters. Welcome to our club meeting, Abhishek.
Okay.
Next up, we have guest Anmol. Anmol, kindly turn on your video, unmute yourself, and let us know, introduce yourself, and let us know how did you get to know about our club.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Anmol, we can hear you fine.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Anmol Bhatnagar, and I am working as an engineer in Engineers India Limited in New Delhi, and I'm living in New Delhi only, and I am a graduate from Punjab Engineering College in Mechanical Engineering from the batch of 2018. So my motivation to join Toastmasters was to improve my speaking skills and to intermingle with different people from different walks of life. So I got to know about this club from Quora and internet. So
thank you so much, Anmol. I must say I'm a little jealous with you making it to PEC, and I could only get to Thapar. Welcome to our club meeting. We'll have a great time today. I see Sana joining us as well. Sana Kharbanda. Sana, kindly introduce yourself and let us know, how did you get to know about our club? All right, we'll talk with Sana a little later then. Guest Varun, can you hear me? Guest Varun, if you can hear me, kindly unmute yourself. All right, don't see him responding. Okay, we do have our fellow Toastmaster from another club, Aditi, joining us today, who is going to deliver a speech as well. Toastmaster Aditi, kindly introduce yourself to the group.
Hello everyone, I am Aditi from Instill Toastmasters Club. I'm the VPPR of the club, and I'll be delivering my project 3 of level 1 today. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi. Welcome to our club meeting. Well, without further ado, let's get this meeting rolling by welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Akshat Goyal, with his theme, The Trip That Never Happened. The Trip That Never Happened, Toastmaster Akshat Goyal.
At this moment, I was supposed to be in Manali. But no, I'm not. I'm here as your Toastmaster of the day with the theme The Trip That Never Happened. Well, for me, that trip was Manali. I would have been skiing, paragliding, river rafting, but sadly, I'm not. At some times, it were my friends who chingered me out, or at other times, it was me who did not show enough eagerness to take that step. But sadly, the Manali trip has not yet happened for me. Just by thinking that I would have been sitting on the top of the mountain in complete silence, I feel so satisfied. But worry not, I'm not going to tell you a sad story that this trip has not happened for me. But instead, I have a little quiz, or you can say a game for all of you. So now I will share my screen with you, and you can volunteer to answer the questions. Okay, so what you have to do is guess this tourist destination. Who would like to take a guess? Any volunteers?
Paris.
No.
Akshat, I will tell it's Tokyo.
Yeah, correct. I guess it was Ayush. Bang on.
Yes,
Okay.
it's Ayush.
Okay. So next.
Australia.
It's Sydney. It's Sydney.
Yeah, correct. I guess Ayush again.
Thank you.
Okay. Next.
Jaipur.
Jaipur.
Yes, you guessed it right. I know everyone knows, but can anyone tell me the reason?
Due to sunset.
Because of the stones, the pink stones.
Yes, somewhat right.
Okay, the
Okay.
marble rock.
Okay, so I'll tell you the reason. So what happened was in 1876, Maharaja Savai Ram Singh had all the entry gates and all the buildings painted red and in pink to impress Prince Albert, husband of Queen Victoria, when he was on his tour to India in 1876. So this is the main reason why it is called the Pink City of India. Okay, so now without much further ado, I would move on further to the meeting. First of all, I would like to explain the structure of this meeting for the benefit of the guests. So in this meeting, we have 4 segments. The first segment is the prepared speech segment, in which the speakers will deliver their speeches on their respective pathways. The second segment is we have a module lined up today by Toastmaster Aditya on international speech contest and the table topic contest. For those who are not aware, we have our club level international speech contest lined up next Tuesday. So I guess there will be a lot of takeaways for all the members from that module. The third segment is the table topic segment. This is the most exciting segment of this meeting, where all the guests and the members can participate and you get to test your impromptu speaking skills. Toastmaster Kashish Jain will be conducting this session. The last segment is the evaluation segment, the most important segment of this meeting, because here you will receive evaluations and feedbacks from the our team of evaluators, and you can how you can improve as a speaker, as a communicator, the very purpose for which we all join Toastmasters. So now let's move on to the meeting. First of all, I would like to introduce to you all the pillars of this meeting, who are the auxiliary role players. The first role players is the timer, who will be Toastmaster Akash. Toastmaster Akash is a law student, and when I asked him that which is that one trip which has not yet happened for him, he answered me, the road to his inner self. Well, what a unique way to put things in perspective. Let us welcome Toastmaster Akash.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I am Akash Tyagi, and my role as a timer is to keep time for all the speakers, to ensure that everyone speaks within their allotted time slot. And this will help in ensuring that the meeting runs on time. And to help me do this, I have 3 color cards. And I will show the cards. Yeah. I will show the green card when the speaker hits the qualifying time. And I will show the yellow card when the speaker hits target time. And I will show the red card when the speaker reach and I will show the red card when speaker has reached the end of their allotted time. And I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Akash. Just to add on, there is a 30 seconds buffer time for every speaker, but for the table topic speaker, there is a buffer time only on the upper side of 30 seconds. So now, as a second role player, we have Toastmaster Ayush playing the role of our counter. Toastmaster Ayush is pursuing BBA Finance, and his dream is to travel Norway, a beautiful country in Europe. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Ayush.
Thank you, Akshat. Thank you. Am I audible to everyone? So yeah, Our trip that never happened. We always dream of some sort of trip. Every time we dream of it, we all have some dream destinations. So many times we planned to go there, and many times we had to be with friends in a group. But those trips never happen because of one kind of friend. A friend who never states his emotion clearly, who always stays underconfident, always stays in dilemma, never tells us clearly will he go with us or not. But here at Toastmasters, we believe in expressing our emotions very clearly and loudly. That is why I, Ayush Raj Kaushik, will be playing the role of our counter. And we'll be looking forward to our speakers that how confidently they speak out their emotions. So I will be counting some 3 or 4 categories of words. Number one, those are filler sounds. Sounds like oh. These sounds will be noted by me. Second, use of filler words like literally, basically, actually, etc. Those kind of words will also be noted. Third, unnecessary pauses while speaking will also be noted. And last but not the least, unnecessary pauses will also be noted by me. I will be presenting my report in the evaluation part of the meeting. With that, back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Akshay.
Thank you, Ayush. As the third auxiliary role pair, we have Toastmaster Meher, who is preparing to go to foreign for further studies. She wants to go on a solo trip to Greece. She plans to tick that off her bucket list very soon. Please welcome Toastmaster Meher.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to share a little incident with you all. So, last year, after the COVID lockdown, my family planned a road trip. We had to wake up around 4 a.m. to hit the road, but the trip got delayed by 2 days. Let me tell you why. So, the very first day, our packing wasn't done. And on the second day, we woke up late. Although the third day we managed to be on time, but what I realized was that there was a lack of discipline, because of which the things did not happen the way they were planned to be. You might be thinking, why am I sharing this incident with you all? This is because today I'll be playing the role of parliamentarian. And I believe that discipline is something really crucial, even for the proper functioning of a meeting like this. So, I have a set of guidelines for you all. So, make sure your mic is on mute once you have spoken. Mobile phones should be on silent or switched off if you are taking the meeting from a laptop. Also, avoid crosstalks during the meeting and avoid using any negative references related to caste, gender, and politics. And I'll present my report by the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Meher, for that lovely introduction of the theme. Well, now it's the time for the prepared speech segment. We have our first speaker, Toastmaster Simran, who is delivering her icebreaker speech. So I request you all, when I call her to the stage, to please unmute yourself and give her a huge round of applause to motivate her. And before that, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Nipun, to read out the objectives of her speech.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. I will be evaluating speech of Toastmaster Simran Dua. She is giving her ice-breaking speech. The purpose of her project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. I wish the speaker all the best for her speech and looking forward to have best speech from her. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nipun. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Simran with her title, My Unique Self, Toastmaster Simran.
Thank you, TM Akshar, for the warm introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. A simple, innocent girl entering the Toastmasters world, fighting her fears and overcoming her weaknesses at every step in order to face the world. This girl is me, Simran Dua. I am a first year psychology honors student from DU. My desire to speak effectively and confidently in front of a crowd paved my way to become a Toastmaster. My childhood has been a journey full of happy moments and sad lows. In my childhood, I have enjoyed a time full of leisure and relaxation. I have pursued my schooling from Loreto Convent School. As a student, I was in the good books of my teachers, did well in studies, and made a lot of friends. I have many memorable incidents of my childhood that I would like to share with you all later. I was an introvert during these days, and this used to bother me a lot. These golden school days passed away in no time, and I entered my college life with a bang in my dream university, pursuing my desired course, psychology honors. I am from Delhi. I'm a foodie. I love to eat all types of food. I'm a fitness freak. I am a fitness freak. In my pastime, I love to dance on pop numbers and sing Bollywood songs. I I never give up and do all my work with hard work and determination. My motto in life is to live and let live. Also, my desire is to travel to each and every nook and corner of the world. I am very adventurous. I love to do tough and challenging things in life. I want to explore new avenues. Now, I would like to share with you all some childhood incidents. My parents used to take me and my brother on vacations and outings. I used to love these outings and used to look forward to them. Once I went to Jim Corbett with my family on a vacation. Me and my brother were taking a stroll in the night outside the hotel. Then suddenly we saw two pair of eyes watching us from the bushes. We didn't know what to do, and we did not have anything with us except for our mobile phones. It was not clear what it was, but it seemed like a bear. Then we were clueless what to do, and the creature was growling at us. Then suddenly an idea struck us. We switched on our torches of our mobile phones and flashed it towards the animal. And the animal, on being exposed to such an amount of light, ran away. This was a terrific incident, but we managed to overcome it by the presence of our mind. With this, I remember another memorable incident of mine. It was my 17th birthday, and I planned to celebrate it in Adventure Island. My parents gave me a big surprise that day. My parents gave me a big surprise that day. I then was getting ready to go to Adventure Island. At a point, I realized my family members had gone and had disappeared. The doorbell rang. I ran to the balcony to see who it was. And guess what? It was my best friend and two other friends of mine. I was so happy. I was shocked and surprised. I was dancing with happiness. We met and we had a great time together. And then it was my great birthday and such a overwhelming surprise from my parents. Then I'm really inspired by the famous psychologist Karen. I just love reading her articles and I'm really inspired by her. I wish to become a famous and a renowned psychologist in the future and make my parents proud, who are my greatest strengths. I am delighted to become a part of this Toastmasters journey. Thank you. That's it from my side. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
I request all the members to please unmute yourself and give Toastmaster Simran a huge round of applause. Thank you all. Wow, what a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Simran. I request you all to give your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Simran. You can do that through the personal feature on Zoom chat. I'm giving you 20 seconds to do that. Toastmaster Simran, do tell me how many feedbacks you receive. Okay, so next up we have Toastmaster Aditi from Instill Toastmasters Club, who will be delivering her Project 3 speech. She is a binge watcher of sci-fi thrillers and she wants to go to Ladakh on a road trip. Well, that is on my bucket list too. So, but before that, please help me welcome Toastmaster Digant, who will be evaluating her speech.
Thanks, Mr. Toastmaster. So, I'm Digant Mittal, going to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Aditi. Our speaker is going to deliver her Level 1 Project 3 speech, Research and Presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well organized, well researched speech on any topic. Apart from this, there are certain parameters on which speaker has specifically requested to get evaluated. So I will be noting down my observations and will be presenting my report in the evaluation segment when called upon by general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Digant, for reading out the objectives. Now, please help me welcome Toastmaster Aditi with her title, The Future. The Future, Toastmaster Aditi.
Just give me a minute to set up my screen, please. The future. I'll be delivering my level 1 project 2 speech 1. We are in a race. The race is against time. We need to think and build, think from scratch and build new cities. Because if we lose this battle, the consequences would be enormous. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The future will never be the same again. Imagine it's 2050. Population 9 billion. Vast megacities coming up. Energy demand doubles. How will we adapt? The future of technology, energy, communication, currency, vehicles, and above all, Earth. But before moving forward to what the future might look like, let me ponder a little upon what the present current scenario is. The major problems. Speaking of booming population. Now, this heading covers many subheadings under it. Speaking of food security first. Now, this, of course, speaks of the rising hunger level on the earth day by day. According to World Health Program, when 9% of the population, when 11% of the population are dying due to hunger, 39% of the adult population are obese. In the year 1789, an English economist, Thomas Malthus, proposed his Malthusian theory, speaking that where population rises geometrically every year, the food production rises arithmetically. So according to this, the rising population might outgrow the food production very soon. But according to the current scenario, we are not short of food yet. The major problem is the availability of food. And hence the meme where Barack Obama on my screen is sitting with his hands on his cheeks. Now, moving ahead to the other three problems. Now, the second image that you can see on the screen metaphorically speaks of the climate crisis that we might encounter soon, and hence I deliberately chose a darker color. The problem of open space and wilderness, the densely populated city that we can see on the screen with tall buildings and skyscraper buildings as well, speaks of the rise in energy demand. And the dense population, of course, speaks of lack in open space. Now, moving on to the futuristic technology. Technology is pushing from every direction, growing faster and faster with time, day by day, moment by moment. When 8 out of the 10 major largest cities of the world are located near coastline, and almost 50% of the world population live 90 miles from the sea, we need to build cities from scratch, and hence scientists are building and working on floating cities. You and me too might be seen someday living in the floating cities because the climate crisis is looming upon us. Skyscraper buildings. Now this idea is coming up because we have limited land and we need to occupy maximum space above land. Hence, speaking of skyscraper buildings, quantum computers, 3D printers, and mixed reality and commercial space exploration are also under the head of future of technology. Moving on to communication. Electric communication will never be a substitute for the face of someone who, with their soul, encourages another person to be brave and true. Now, this is what Charles Dickens had in his pocket to say. But until now, we've been interacting with people just on 2D screens on a laptop as well as PCs. But in the coming future, we might, we might not just might, we will speak to each other in a 3D presence. Teleportation, which might seem just sci-fi, but it will be true in the near future. Virtual presence, rise of augmented reality, brain-computer interface, whole brain simulation, and proliferation of chatbots. Yes, this is the future of communication. Now, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever dreamt of traveling underwater with no assistance? And haven't all of us, as kids wished for wings? If the answer is yes, let me tell you, the underwater scuba cars and jetpacks have got you covered. Self-driving automobiles, which are already on the road, but Elon Musk is testing them. Submersible crafts, jetpacks, flying cars. Now, these flying cars would be launched by Uber in the Expo 2020, which would be held this year due to COVID in Dubai during October to April 2022. Personal air jets. Now, this might seem weird, but this too would come into the picture and would cost as less as 300 grants. Now, this might seem an enormous amount, but it is not compared to what it costs now. Scuba cars and hyperloops too are in our face, and Elon Musk introduced this concept back in 2012. So yes, these are already on the road and the future of vehicles. Energy and currencies. Although the hype of solar energy and wind energy has got us all covered, but let me tell you, they cover a very small dent of what the energy is needed on Earth today. Space-based solar is important because we do not get a lot of what we need on Earth from the sun. So scientists are working on sending satellites to space and grabbing the energy. Human power. Millions and billions of humans walking on Earth at any given moment. Why not harness energy from their movements? Tidal power, hydrogen power, magma power, embedded solar power, and my favorite, nuclear waste. Because 5% of the uranium is only used to generate power, whereas the 95% is discarded away. Imagine using all the 100% of uranium and generating energy. Cryptocurrencies. Now, these decentralized currencies, digital currencies, are taking over the world. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, BAT, Tron are the future of currencies because we need change. We need paperless currencies that are decentralized. Ladies and gentlemen, what would the future Earth look like in the coming decades? This is the picture of what the future Earth might look like in the coming decades, because things would never remain the same anymore. Thank you.
Wow, what a knowledgeable speech I have heard in such a long time. I guess everyone had something to take away from this speech. Now I request everyone to please send your valuable feedbacks to Toastmaster Aditi. She is from Instill Toastmasters Club. She would love to have your feedbacks on her speech. Also, I request the Tech Master to please raise the ballots for the best speaker. Everyone, please vote. We have 20 seconds to do that. Okay, till we do that, I am back with the quiz. Another place to guess. Let's see who guessed it right. Anyone who wants to take a
Dubai.
guess?
Dubai.
Yes. Okay. Last one.
Delhi.
Anyone?
Kolkata.
Yes. And the reason? Any random guess. It's easy. Toastmaster Karthik, would you like to take a guess?
I don't know. I have a friend from Kolkata named Joy Deep. Probably it's a homage to him. I really don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you. So the basic reason for this is the diversity in culture, in art forms, in food. That is why Kolkata is known as the city of joy. Okay. So now it's the time for the second segment of this meeting, which is the module on international speech contest and the table topics contest. And for that, we have Toastmaster Aditya. Toastmaster Aditya describes himself as a listener, learner, and a speaker. He works with an NGO to empower the youth of our country. And I'm sure we are up for an exciting 45 minutes. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, CDTM. Am I audible and visible in the right frame? Could you give me a thumbs up if I am? Perfect. Thank you so much. Before we get started with the module, I want to ask you guys a simple question. How are you guys feeling now? Right now, like right now. Digant is feeling lovable. Deepak Menon sir is feeling fine. Karthik is laughing for some reason. I don't know what. So you can just unmute and share random thoughts. How are you feeling right now?
Curious.
Curious, okay. And in your physical and mental state, how are you guys feeling? Are you excited? Are you exhausted? Are you bored? Are you normal, calm?
Aditya, I'm remembering your speech.
Oh, okay.
Haka.
Haka. Thanks you. So, then for the next 45 to 50 minutes, whatever we are going to discuss, this will not just be a one-to-many conversation where I share my experience learning and some tips and tricks for the contest with you all. It's going to be a mutually supportive and learning environment International, and I would urge all of you throughout the session to be highly interactive, engaging, and have a lot of fun. The hour counter, the timer, right now, just forget your responsibilities. I would only request the host to give me the host access to get the breakout rooms right after my module. Don't worry, I'll give it right back to you. And the whole module for the international speech contest and table topics, I've divided them into 6 sections. Number 1 are some energizers and icebreakers that we'll do. Number 2 is the mindset that you need for ISC and TT. Number 3 will be the skill set that you would need. Number 4 are some tips and tricks for the contest. Number 5, some tips to set up your place for a virtual contest, since right now everything is happening virtually, including the meetings and the contest. And the last is a special gift for you guys, some links to some valuable resources that you would find useful for in preparation of your contest. Did you guys know a small feature about Zoom that if you just press spacebar for a second, it will temporarily unmute you? You can speak something and then just remove your hands, you'll be muted. Can you just try it and say yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo.
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 You.
So that did not look like a CDTM yoo-hoo. Can you all just press spacebar and say yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
That's more like it. 2 requests before I begin. Number 1, Tech Master, please give me the host access. Number 2, I request everybody to turn on their camera so that we can see your beautiful faces. Varun, Pooja, Kashish, Tech Master, Gursifat,